Looks like Qantas A350 maybe. Heading into LAX. Flying over Soooo Beach, Los Alamitos. Going that way. There she goes. Somebody's happy. Somebody's happy. Come on. Hey. Here we go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, bad girl. Good job. Isn't that pretty out there? Let's see if I can find that. Oh, yeah, there it is. You'll make a left-hander here in a mile or so. Probably somewhere above La Mirada. It'll head on in. Beautiful sunset. These guys blinker on. Left-hand turn. Kidding. There's another one. I lost it. Bummer. Oh no, I didn't. There it is, right above the tree line. Westbound heading to LAX. Old Dolly. Goofy Dolly. Rescue dogs are the best dogs, huh, Dolly? Grew up at this park. I think one of my videos I talked about our fort that was over there by that tree. A lot of fun. A lot of activity here at Los Alamitos Joint Forces Base. The 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. It was real busy, really active, a lot of training. A lot of big birds coming in out here, C-17s and other large cargo style machines, infantry or military transporters, I guess would be the correct term. There's a flight going into Long Beach. We're about 6 miles from Long Beach, from this location. I should probably download and pay for the flight radar app to identify these planes. I'm not experienced enough. Wow, look at that plane above. That's cool. He's way up there. Oh, that was cool. yeah, I'm not experienced enough to identify the planes for even their manufacturer, much less model number or model name. I'm learning thanks to channels like Kevin's and Walt's and others that I like to enjoy watching and participating in their chats. Airline Videos Live, Runway DFW, Sid Squad, can't forget them. Those dudes are fun. Good guys, all of them. Chats, yeah. They vary. It all depends on the people, right? The unfortunate thing, I think, we as humans, some of us, and I will include myself. In fact, I'm probably the most, I should be accused of this the most. I think people misunderstand each other with words, without seeing the expressions, hearing the tones, hand gestures, you know, all those things. And we develop opinions of each other, and it shows. It shows in how some of the streams chats go. I think I'm experiencing something like that right now, which I find it very odd to even talk about, but it's happening. Lady Cat, if you're listening, or if somebody's listening and now they're going to tell her, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not afraid to share it, but I happened to ride over to see Kevin and Rudy, and I heard John Gibson was there because we messaged each other. I thought it'd be cool to go over there and say hello and enjoy some spotting with them and watch Kevin do his magic, which is always fun. That in itself is fun. And this person, Lady Cat, who is a person who enjoys it like we all do, you know, spotting planes. She happened to be there. I knew she was going to be there again, but I didn't realize she was going to be there that soon. I knew she was already there before, like a week or two ago. But I didn't know she was going to be there today. And she was. It surprised me. She was sitting right next to John, actually. And in fact, I handed her my phone and asked her if she could help me try to become a membership on Sid Squad, because of my iPhone doesn't allow me to navigate like other phones do to apply for membership and become a member of channels. One of the people that I've met through the chat over at the garage a couple weeks ago, with a call name Desert Rat, him and his son was there, and I believe it was his son that managed to effortlessly navigate his way through my phone and help me get on as a member with Kevin's channel, Airline Videos. So I was stoked about that. But anyway, I get too carried away. I handed my phone off to Lady Cat to help me get on to the Sid Squad membership. It appeared that she tried, and within a minute or two, didn't have much success, and handed my phone back, and that was that. But there was a vibe there. I forget what was said several days ago, but there was some things said, words said, and it actually isn't the first time I was accused of something being some sort of way. Whatever it was, I didn't feel that was necessary or warranted, but nonetheless, people are entitled to their opinions, and like I said before, I think we misunderstand each other a lot, and some people take it real personal. I myself sometimes take things too personal, and you know, that's my fault. by default, that's my fault. I'm kind of that guy sometimes. I don't think I'm a bad guy. I think I'm a fair person. And maybe a little bit of sarcasm might get viewed at differently. And unfortunately, that's too bad because I'm not a bad guy. I don't know how to say it, but I apologize for making somebody feel some kind of way on my behalf because of words I said. I definitely never meant to harm anybody, for sure. That's a fact. I've never been known to degrade anybody, bully anybody. I take that back, though. I have been known to bully people and bully them tremendously, and those people were bullies. I don't like bullies, just like nobody else listening to this does. And sometimes I get a little carried away and treat them accordingly. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, really. I'm just identifying a little bit about myself. Yeah, it's too bad. I felt Lady Cat had an attitude towards me, and looking back on it, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't confront her about it and ask her if there was a problem, and if there was, I'd like to resolve it. Maybe this isn't the right place for it, but I don't think while she was out here and trying to enjoy herself, watching planes with Kevin and Rudy and John Gibson, was the time and place for it. So I'm just sharing it now, totally off the cuff. This video wasn't started over that. It led to this. It's kind of how we ramble on, I guess, talking about planes and life. And there's a bat right there. Cool. Yeah. Life, there's a lot more to it than, not thinking about giving somebody the opportunity to explain themselves and respecting each other. I think that's a fair statement. Uploading videos to YouTube is something that I thought about doing years ago. This is my second channel, or my second, account on YouTube. I do not know what happened to my first account. I've never had any issues on YouTube. I've never had any strikes or anything like that at all. I think I got banned one day on Facebook one time because we were talking about guns or something like that. And they're like, hey, don't talk about that. And if you do, you'll be in a lot of trouble. So I haven't talked about that. But I've never had any issues with social media. I don't use it that often. More now than ever, really. YouTube. I like YouTube. I always have. I like the documentaries. I think there's a lot of things that, a lot of content on YouTube that allows us to experience things that you could never experience 20 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And I think that's amazing, Nobody has encyclopedias anymore. I know I had one thanks to my mom and dad growing up. I would never got through elementary, junior high, and high school without them. Today, a lot of information out there. This phone I'm talking into right now, it's incredible what it's capable of doing, right? I got carried away again. Forgot where I was at. What were we talking about? Information. Oh, yeah. I started, I regret not, well, I did upload some videos on my old account. I don't know, maybe 15 or 20. Just random things, right? some boat races, a couple of scenarios while we were out camping, Ocotillo Wells and maybe Glamis when the kids were younger, riding dirt bikes and driving sand cars and stuff. Some boating things, a couple Grand National races, I believe, that I participated in with Joe and Chris and Mike. Good times. I regret not, well, I have them recorded somewhere. They're just not on YouTube for some reason because I can't find my other account. So that's a bummer. Now that I'm divorced after 20 some years, it's like starting over again, you know? So I'll start uploading stuff and just so people can see what it's like over here in the United States of America. I know there's a lot of people that are going to be viewing. There's a lot of people that are on. Dolly, you just like sprayed me with dirt, goofball. I know there's people all around the world that are so interested in what we do in the United States, and we have a lot in common because I am interested in what they do, and I encourage them to share it, no matter how they feel it is. It's interesting to me how people live all around the world, and we all have something in common. You know, we have a lot in common, a lot more than we think. So, good thing I moved. Like, why is that guy starting a war with those people? You know what I mean? Why can't we get along? It's 2022. Why is it that we can't get along? But it's evidence, free living Americans watching a channel in Los Angeles or anywhere else, viewing planes in a chat, can't get along and can't respect each other and have a conversation without being offensive or making somebody else feel some kind of way. Huh. Isn't that weird? And Chris, Southwest 7831, I believe your channel's name is. Hey man, I really dig your love for planes, man. I know you're a young kid, young man, young boy, and soon to be a teen, and you're going to be an adult before you know it. So enjoy being a kid. Don't forget that. I really like your content. I think it's very interesting how you use your characters with those puppets, man. I think that's really, really fun. That is fun stuff. Don't let anybody tell you any different, man. It's really entertaining, and a lot of people enjoy it. It's a shame more people can't see it, because it should be inspiring to other kids your age and younger. And then, of course, you know, your videos of planes and your knowledge of them, being able to identify them and so on and so forth, I think is so cool. Yeah. Dig your channel. And hopefully one of these days we'll meet up at the hill or at the garage or something like that and spot planes together and say hello to each other. I really hope you get to meet Kevin and Rudy and Brandon. Real nice guys that I think would enjoy meeting somebody like you as well. And I hope you guys do soon. Especially Brandon. Brandon's a lot of fun, man. He's got a lot of knowledge. He works in the industry and just has a good personality. I really enjoyed the conversations I've had with Brandon. Only a couple of them, but it was really good to meet him. And I dig his commentary when he comes on with Kevin. He's a lot of fun to listen to. Anyway, gosh, man, I can't believe that. It's been 20 minutes standing here in the park. And my dog, poor Dolly, he's like, God, what's he doing? What's he doing? Talking to his phone. I don't ever do this. Usually I play fetch with her for at least an hour. Got dark quick, too. Dolly, you ready to go home? Yeah, why not? Had dinner. Had hamburger sliders with King's Hawaiian rolls. One of my favorites. With french fries, extra crispy. Yep, it was good. Rode the bike out to the hill, and something happened. I don't know, I think we lost a tune in the Harley. Hope we didn't lose a valve. But I think we just lost a tune. I think the computer needs to be flashed again. Yep. Had to have it towed back to the house. Wah, wah, wah. Anywho, I enjoy watching planes take off and land. I love learning about them. This is new to me, by the way, in case you didn't know. I just kind of got into this here in the last 2 or 3 months because we were on that job right there next to LAX for so long that I finally just started getting into identifying the planes. Hell, I'm up there, been up and around that area for almost 8 years. Why wait? I can't tell you how many times I've been within a couple hundred feet of that A380, bringing the cranes in around the west side there through the construction gate, and just going, God dang, that thing's huge. Oh, because it is. Yeah, real big. All right. That guy's having fun. Most likely going into Long Beach. Or maybe not. He's just cruising around, getting hours, getting time. Rest in peace, Johnny Elms. Oh, that was another couple videos I had uploaded in my old channel. Was when I was riding in Johnny's plane. We used to fly all over the place, to the Havasu house, up to Bay Area a couple times, Sacramento, Humboldt once. Yeah, we used to just fly around for fun. Whenever I got my crane certification up in Sacramento, thanks to Johnny. Rest in peace, Johnny Elms. He was a SEAL. I don't remember what, I forget what class he was, but yes, he was a underwater demolition specialist. Sure enough. Johnny Elms. Great guy. Reminded me of Murdoch from the A-Team. He used to make me so nervous. We ran out of fuel. Well, he let me fly his plane. When we were coming back, like, we'd do windmill jobs up in Mojave, and we'd fly out of Long Beach, stay up in Mojave, and we'd just take his plane instead of driving. I used to leave my tractor at Mojave Airport. We'd fly into Mojave, hop in the tractor, and go up in the hill and spend, 10, 12, 13 hours up there doing the windmills with our crane, and then fly home. But we were coming back from Sacramento when I was doing my my 5-year crane certification, and like I was saying, Johnny let us fly his plane, and he'd sit next to us. He'd be reading maps and charts, and you know, doing other things, talking on the radio and dealing with all the radio stuff and dealing with all the other things, you know, and he just let whoever was with him fly the plane, you know, physically fly it. And we were coming back to Long Beach, and we were at about 10,000 feet, running basically right down the 99, the 599 right there. We were going over the Grapevine. And if any of you guys don't know the Grapevine, it's about 8,000 feet, somewhere in there. The freeway is probably somewhere around 5,000 or 6,000 feet. But just as we were going over the Grapevine there, right above the freeway, I-5 southbound, let's go, butthead. I noticed the thing just started losing power ever so gradually. And so I'd have to pull back a little bit, flare it just a little bit. And I'd be losing a little bit of altitude. I'd keep pulling back, you know, try to keep the nose up a little bit. And it just slowly started losing power after, 10, 20, 30 seconds of that. And all of a sudden it kind of coughed. A little, not a backfire, just coughed. And started losing power. And it didn't just like nosedive or anything like that. You know, I flared it back and it kind of coasted a little bit, started losing power. And I'm like, Johnny, I think we're not out of fuel. You know, the gauge was still showing just, you know, it showed it had a quarter of a tank left, but the gauges were a little bit off. And it started coughing and carrying on. And Johnny started scrambling for the valves. The valves are in between the seats of that plane. And he was scrambling. Long story short, it scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie, it scared me. But we got her back running full power, and yeah, Johnny laughed. It's good times. Good times. All right, I gotta get going. There's a dog coming in here, and they get scared. Dolly's a sweetheart, but I don't have a leash with me. Bye.